A very good morning to our respectful assessor in Nurul Amar Nizam bin Tahir. How are you, sir? I hope you are in a good health and have a good day ahead. Before we start, allow me to introduce my group members and me. I'm Krishnaveni manukaran, together with my group members Saraswathy Chandran and Vinasri Ravichandran, are here today to present about our project, which is RFID-based attendance system. Let's start with the introduction. Attendance in PUO is paper-based. Attendance using paper in PUO for every class is done by lecturers by having to call out the student's name or students having to sign providing details like name, student ID number, or class in the given paper. So, the proposed attendance system uses RFID technology to take the student's attendance. In this system, each student is given an RFID card which has to be placed at the back of their student ID card. Whenever the RFID card is placed near the reader, it will take the attendance. Once the attendance is taken, information about the students will be saved automatically into the database. Manual system in PUO, also known as paper-based attendance, is dependent on the lecturers to make sure that all details about students are up to date, but automatic system using RFID doesn't require lecturers to keep track on the details because every details about student will be saved automatically. The next slide will be about problem statement. Firstly, manual attendance system in PO is done by lecturers by having to call out the student's name or students having to sign providing details like name, student ID number, and class in the given paper. This involves the participation of lecturers to take the attendance, unlike an RFID system where attendance and students' details will be taken automatically. Secondly, in manual system, there are times when lecturers miskey the student attendance while saving records in the database. This leads to imperfection of student records in database. By creating a database which automatically records and saves students' attendance, this problem can be vanquished. Thirdly, there are flaws in the records in the database during manual system. This leads to multiple changes of reports because each time the reports are changed, the final reports will have to be changed. Unlike RFID system, where records are saved automatically in the database, so there won't be any flaws in the students' records. Hence, reports will be generated once without mistakes. They can easily print it out. The third one is about objectives. We have three objectives here. The first objective is to design a system that takes student attendance using RFID in PO. The second objective is to create a database to save records of students' attendance in PO. The third objective is to generate a report of student attendance on daily basis in PO. The fourth slide will be about scope. We have system scope and two user scopes here. The system scope is mainly about it reads the student's data in PO and saves it into the database. The first user scope is lecturers. Lecturers in PO will be able to view the records in the database. The second user scope is students in PO. They will be able to attend the class by scanning the RFID card on the reader. The next slide will be presented by Saraswathy Chandran. Thank you.
Next, I'm going to explain about project significations to take attendance easily and systematically. And the second one is opportunity for the cheating the attendance will be decreased. Third one, to attend the class more early because they have to be punctual class and it will be recorded by system. So students learn how to be punctual to attend the class. The fourth one is to reductions of work, better student attendance management and less administrative work. So it also reduce paperwork or manual work. The fifth one is to secure the data because cannot be altered or manipulated. So next I'm going to explain about literature review. The first example is an active RFID tag with a rewritable memory. So it's found on January 23, 1973. The same year, Charles received the same patent of, but he did to unlock the door without a key. When a reader detected valid identity number stored within the RFID tag, the reader unlocked the door automatically. The second example is use of computerized attendance system. So it's eliminate human data entry mistake, human involvement, and repetitive works. The second one, the system going to increase productivity reduces payroll errors, payroll inflations, and overtime. It for example, faculty has to take attendance, enter it, and it also into the computerized system. So they have to take attendance manually, then they have to upload in the system. It's called computerized system. The third example is using again phase and principal component analysis. It's found by Priyanka. It's the system will be developed like the camera needs installed in front which can capture the student's face inside the class. So the camera has to be captured. The capture image was transferred into the system. So sometimes the image comes with the darkness or over brightness, which to do and the enhancement, such as you have to convert the image to gray image, so it will be clear to take attendance, and it also easy way to take attendance. These are the examples that they develop a system to take attendance. Next, I'm going to explain about advantage and disadvantage of using RFID based attendance system. The first one is fully automated and it does not require any human interactions. The second one is LCD and PC interface. Both are provided for viewing attendance on the spot LCD or remotely computer. When they use the reader card, when they are scanned, they get the result immediately on the LCD. Like your access is your access like that. So the third one is can avoid proxy and false attendance. It For the example, if lecturers take manually, they will be signed for their friends too. So this system developed to more secure to avoid proxy and false attendance. The fourth one is high capacity, store more information, because as usual, as we'll know, the barcode, when using the barcode, you can store more information. Next, I'm going to explain about this advantage. The first one is easily enter others' attendance, his or her absence by using his or her tag. It's also convey the security, but the students, but it will be reduced the avoid false attendance. The second one is a problem when the students loses the RFID tag. If they loses the card, they cannot enter the class. So it is the disadvantage of this system. So next, I'm going to handle this to Vinasri to explain more about this.
Okay, so now I'll talk about cost planning. Okay, so the project hardware components that we have used for our project are ESP8266, which is the Node MCU, MFRC522, which is the RFID reader, RFID tag. We have used 4 RFID cards and 2 keychain type of tags and LCD module, jumper wire. We have used 3 types of jumper wires, which are male to male, male to female, and female to female. 1 buzzer, LED lights. We have used green and red LED lights. So the total amount that we spent for our project was 102 ringgit and 10 cents. Okay, so next we'll see the prototype. So we used like a box-like object to create our prototype. So you can see at the top here, this is the LCD. This is the 2 LED lights, which is red and the green light. So now the inside part, this is the RFID reader, which is RC522. It is designed to create an electromagnetic field that is used to communicate with the RFID tags that we use. So this communication, it gets a data from the RFID tag. It will be sent to the Node MCU, which is ESP8266, which has Wi-Fi capability. So this ESP8266 Wi-Fi module is a system on a chip, known as a chip that combines most components of a computer or other electronic system. So this ESP8266 Wi-Fi module, it sends all the data to the database, and also it projects on the LCD module, which is this. This is the LCD module. This is the buzzer. These are all the jumper wires which are used to connect to each other, all the modules to connect to the Node MCU. So now I'll show you how this works. So let's go to the database. Okay, so lecturers have to log into the system by using their email address. So I use mine. Then click to log in. So these are all the students' attendance. I mean, these are all the students' name which I have. I use 6 cards, so I have 6 students, which is Vinasri, Saraswathy, Krishnaveni, Xianglong, Amirul, and Aisha Mira. So these are their matrix number, gender, card UID, date, and department. So department is their class, but I save it as department. So these are all the students which are available. Users log. Users log is the on-time attendance that comes into the system. So for example, I can show you now like the live stream of the students attending the class. So for example, now Vinasri, Saraswati, and Krishnaveni have already entered the class, so their attendance is already in. So now I'll show you okay, Xianglong's. So you see, it says card detected, please enter. And the database, Xianglong's name will appear with his matrix number, card UID, and student department, and time ins time. And if he touches the same card when he goes out, it will say card detected, thank you, bye, and the timeout time will appear. Same goes to these cards. It's Aisha Mira's card. It says card detected, please enter. And her name will appear here, matrix number, card UID, student department, date, and time in. And if I touch it again, card detected, thank you, bye, and the timeout time will appear. So now, if let's say the lecturers want this as a black and white report, they want it to print it out to see the students' attendance, they want it in their hand, they can click here, export to Excel. They can choose the date, from which date they want, from if they wanted a month's result, they can choose from which date to which date they want. But since I only have today's report, I only can choose today. And since I want all of them once, so I'm not going to choose the time, but if they want, they can choose from which time to which time they want. I only have one department, which is DDTS6A, and then click export. So it will be downloaded, and then click on this. So if you see, it will be here in the Excel. Everyone, their report will be here, which is Vinasri, Saraswathy, Krishnaveni, their name, their matrix number, card UID, device ID is from the node MCU, and the database connecting number. It has to be there to transfer the data. And the student department, date log, time in and time out. So this is the report. Getting back to the database, this is the lecturer's account information. So you can log out again. So now getting back to the conclusion. Alright, so the objective to build an RFID-based attendance system was successfully achieved. In terms of performance and efficiency, this project has provided a convenient method of attendance marking compared to the traditional method of attendance system, where lecturers used to use paper-based and they used to call upon students' name when they take the attendance, and they used to key it in the system in IPUO and so on. So by using database, the data is more organized. This system is also a secure system, as data manipulation and retrieval can't be done in any way possible. Where lecturers can't change the data as they want it. They can retrieve anytime. They can retrieve when they want, but they can't change any data anytime they want. They can't retrieve it from any sources anytime they want. So however, some further improvements can be made in the system in order to increase its reliability and effectiveness. A fingerprint scanner or adding on a face recognition system will help increase the effectiveness of the current system in the future if they want. Thank you.